To paint or not to paint over a waxed finish? This is the question. Hi everyone, my name is Maria, and today we will find out together how to paint over a piece that was already painted and top coated with some clear and dark brown wax. So one of my friends reached out to me, and she told me that they need a little side table. This color unfortunately doesn't fit in their home, so we will repaint this. So stay tuned to find out all the steps you need to do and all the prepare works you have to do before painting over a waxed finish. So I will start as usually by giving my piece a very good cleaning. I'm using a TSP cleaner, but you can use any degreaser that you have on hand, so it's not absolutely necessary to use the same products I use. There are always some alternatives. Any degreaser would work. We need to make sure that we clean our piece thoroughly, and it doesn't matter if it was already painted or not. This TSP cleaner will break a little bit through our finish, and this is what we want. And then you have to rinse your piece with some clean water to remove any cleaner leftovers. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to use this denaturated alcohol, and I will clean all my piece. This piece, I told you, it's painted more than 1 year ago, so I can use this one. But if your piece is painted less than a half year ago, I will suggest you to use something stronger. This one is, I told you I live in Germany, so you can find it at the hardware store. This is for cleaning your brushes, but it removes the paint and the oil-based finishes very good. I always tell my client that alcohol and waxed finish are not friends at all. You should avoid putting any or spilling any alcohol products on your furniture, but also alcohol is not the best friend of any furniture, because it can create discoloration, it can damage your finish, so it's better to avoid this. So once I'm done with the alcohol, I will let this piece dry, and I will move to the next step. This piece has some small imperfections, like this one here and some other more. So when I first refinish it, all this stuff didn't bother me, just because I want for a more rustic look, and that was okay. Now I'm going for a more smooth and modern finish, so I want my finish to be as flawless as possible. Also remember that cleaning your piece, it's also the time to assess it and to see what imperfections it has and what is needed to be repaired and so on. Now that my piece is nice and dry, I'm gonna move on to the next step, to the sanding. And there are a couple of reasons why I'm doing this. First of all, because if you have an already painted and waxed finish, it is recommended before painting to scuff sand your piece. Second is because I need to smooth out everything, I mean all the wood filler, and also because I created some texture on this piece, and now I'm going for a smooth finish. And the last one is because I'm going to use Dixie Belle's Silk Mineral Paint, all-in-one paint, and it is recommended as well to lightly scuff sand your piece before applying your paint. So I sanded down as much as I could of that old finish, and now we are ready to paint. And as my paint, I'm using Dixie Belle's Silk Mineral Paint all-in-one in the color Black Sands, which is a very dark gray or maybe a black with some gray undertones. I will start as usually by giving my paint a very good stir. This is very important because you want to bring together all the components of your paint. Okay, so this paint is all-in-one. It means that it has a gripping primer built-in paint and of course top coat. And this is the best part because once I'm done with this piece, I'm done. I don't have to apply any protection on. I really like this color. It has also, I feel like some in this light, like some blue undertone to it. One thing to mention about this paint is that you want to use a little bigger amount than with a normal regular chalk paint. My first scary coat is on. So guys, the first coat looks almost always very scary, but don't freak out, just keep on going and trust the process. Now it's time to lightly sand and to apply the second coat. And by lightly sand, I mean really very lightly sanding, just to smooth out a little bit the brush strokes and to knock out any small imperfections. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about sanding in between the coats. So this step is actually optional. You can do it, you can choose to do it or not to do it, but I would highly recommend it, especially if you are looking for a very smooth and sleek finish. And I also feel like sanding before applying your top coat wax, I mean, the wax somehow slides easier and the surface is really nice and smooth. So okay guys, so we are done here. This was definitely a super quick project. I think the prep work took me like more than painting. I applied 3 coats of paint on these just because the veneer had some very deep wood grain and I needed just 3 coats to be able to cover all the orange paint underneath. So if you like it, please give me some thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.